My name is Blake Williams. I'm a part of ED Clothing and Design. I'm originally from Vero Beach, Florida. I joined the Navy, moved up to Virginia Beach, where I met our two other business partners. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves really quick.
I'm Matt Kendrick. I'm co-owner of ED Clothing. I started out in Northern Virginia, joined the Air Force, and then came with these two gentlemen and formed ED Clothing.
James Beckham from Gaithersburg, Maryland. Same story. Started back in 2011. Moved up to New York later on, and then back down to Virginia to kind of take things a little more seriously down here.
Actually, I've played fighting games since Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was the first game I really got deep in. And when I originally met these guys, it just kind of fooling around with Marvel. When Marvel 3 first came out, I was on deployment, and I had it shipped out to the boat. And then I came back, and it was wildfire. 3 months after I started playing, I went to Civil War. 2 months after that, it was East Coast Throwdown. And then we've hit almost every single major in the Northeast since for the last 2 years. It took over our lives, basically. It was insane.
Mine started with Super Smash Brothers. I heard about this little tournament called MLG in 2009, and so I went to the DC one. And I thought I was good, hot shit, and got 3-stocked 0-2'd right out of the tournament. And ever since then, I was like, people play fighting games, and ever since, again, 2009 DC MLG, I've been addicted to fighting games ever since.
Similarly, I've been playing fighting games since elementary school. I started with Marvel Superheroes, got on to Guilty Gear a little bit later on, then Super Smash Bros. Followed. Marvel's Capcom 3 Vanilla came out, and I got pretty hooked on that very quickly. And then I moved up to New York where there wasn't really a scene, but going to majors like ECT, TFC, NEC, I kind of got like more of a passion for the fighting game community. And yeah, kind of got really sucked in when I saw the camaraderie, like the competition, like the mutual love and like respect for everybody competing for one similar goal. It's a thought-based company. The focus of the idea of the company is to promote positive thought and values through the artwork and art and clothing. And we try to keep it hip, we try to keep it fresh, while at the same time with underlying messages in our designs. It's actually a long-winded story, but to make it short, started off drawing this kind of like monkey-esque character in class. His name was Ed. And people say, oh, this would look cool on the shirt. Like, would you draw this up for me? And so I would say, oh, yeah, I'll draw it up for you. Put it on a shirt, like, jokingly. And so after a while, it actually became a thing. So I thought, like, let me make it a little bit more seriously. So the monkey face became a light bulb. And Ed became an abbreviation for established dominance. The symbolism behind the established dominance in the light bulb is to establish dominance through ideas, not so much through brute force. But it's kind of like the joke behind the monkey, how like monkeys establish dominance in like the jungle and stuff like that. But here in like civilization, we establish dominance through ideas. So it's been like a long-winded, backwards kind of roundabout way. That was the development of the idea.
Again, military. So we're all military, so we all went separate ways. So our scene is kind of sporadic. We're coming from the SOVA, Southern Virginia.
We are very, very lucky where we're from. When we started playing Marvel, we didn't really know about anyone else that played. It was just kind of us, and we were actually approached by Fumi and Fuerte. Two of the greatest guys I could ever met in this scene. They're really long-time players. They played games all the way back from Super Turbo. And we've got such a great scene in South Virginia. It's not big, but the quality of players we have is unreal. We have a top 8 player in every single game down there, and it's weeklies, monthlies, people hosting at their houses. It's just big enough where you get exactly what you need, and it's so friendly and accepting. I love it. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. We all actually come from different competitive backgrounds. I competed in Halo and MLG. He competed competitively in Counter-Strike. And those scenes are very closed off. They're very, play this tournament, play this tournament, play this tournament, and then you can go to a real tournament. I love sitting down next to somebody and feeling that energy, feeling someone get shook, feeling someone knowing they're going to lose. Being able to just walk into a tournament and know your name and, play Justin Wong is unreal. That never happens anywhere else in any other esport, any other game you can possibly play. That's what I love about fighting games. That's what keeps me coming back every time.
I'm actually really for the new Fight Night that's come out that Gutex and them are really trying to put together. I'm a big fan of the scene getting a lot bigger. I want it to be on the same notion to where, if you want to play football, you grow up, you go to school, and that's something you can do and it's respected. I want video games to be something that, if that's your passion, that's something you take seriously and prioritize accordingly, then I feel like I should be a respected habit, because the mentality and the caliber of skill and all the effort and work you have to put into it, I feel like it's no less than any other profession. And I'm really excited. I really hope money is able to come to the community so they can really start to prosper.
I actually have a lot of love for the FGC the way it is right now. Like Blake said, I think it's great that you have people where in other scenes, like, you can't just go shoot hoops with LeBron James or, like, you know, throw the football around with, like, Terrell Owens. Like, you have Justin Wong right here who's willing to sit down with you and, like, teach you stuff like that. Or you can play with, like, Ricky Ortiz in Street Fighter. Like, you have so much access to, like, the higher level of play. And which is kind of ironically my same gripe with the FGC is that, like, there's a lot of, like, for all the, like, access to it, like, there's a lot of, I don't want to say complaining, but there's a lot of gripe with how those people came, like, people who, like, grinded, people who worked hard to get to where they are, how what they do with their talents and stuff like that. And so I think it's great that it's very open, but I think that openness is kind of also backfired in the same light a little bit. But again, I couldn't be more, like, grateful for what we have here. I can have somebody that I can compete with, like, friendly, like, I can talk shit and I can, like, pop off and stuff at the end of the day, like, shake hands and say, hey, we're still human beings, still a video game. So I have no real complaints with that.
In this next year, one of our biggest goals, I think, is just to spread the word. We've been doing, outside of the FGC, we've been doing a lot of art shows. Brawl Artists is a very, very good organization for, I know, Bifu Techie, all you guys out there that also make clothes. That's something you guys really might want to look into. They've helped us out a lot. We got a show coming up in Richmond. We've done Baltimore, DC, but we're in the works with a lot of things right now, also involving the FGC. We actually just got done sponsoring Defend the North, which was a great tournament, New York's first major. It was awesome. City of Brass, thank you so much for letting us do that. That was a great experience, but we're pushing to do more of that. I don't know if I can say anything about it, but it's coming.
You'll see.
You guys will see it. It's coming. And that is our biggest goal for this year.
We're mostly a casual group in the sense of competitive scene. Like, we come out, we've attended every major, but we're not on the likes of, like, Control. Like, we're not going to make top 8 anytime soon. But we want to be very beneficial to the scene, whether it be sponsoring certain players, DJ Eric, Capcom Sierra, et cetera, or events themselves. Just whether it be hosting any type of benefit we can bring to it. We want to give to the FGC, but not necessarily on not because it's competitive, but just because we love the scene.
As they both stated, just getting more involved with the scene. Like, we just starting with Marvel and Street Fighter, we started from the ground up, like, not knowing how to, like, do a ground series to, like, a little more advanced technology and whatnot. So, like, it's really been a great experience, kind of going from the bottom and, like, continuing to, like, involve ourselves with the FGC. And yeah, we'd like to get back more to it. We're pretty new to it, but the love is there, and we'd like to do what we can for it. And, shout out to Lionheart, Capcom Sierra, DJ Eric,
Crazy Salvi,
Fuerte,
Fumi,
Aquaman.
Oh, Mr. Aquaman.
Ryan, thank you very much, guys.
Blackula.
You helped us, Blackula, for Defend the North, for the Soba scene, for including us. Like, literally, we had nobody to play with but each other, and then you guys let us in the scene. Like, it was a big help for our group as well.
Thank you to Hold Back to Block for taking the time to interview us.
I don't know if I have any shout outs. I guess just look out for us. I mean, we're here to help you guys out. So get in contact with us, and it doesn't have to be anything about our company. You can come run sets for all we care. We're very personable, so don't be afraid to say hi.
Also, I'm sorry, Andy, City of Brass, organized Defend the North. That was amazing. I have a tremendous amount of respect for that, and I hope it happens again next year. I just wanted to say that.